What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Do some Monster Hunter Disco Remix. Like, well, it's the type of music I haven't played on ever really on this channel. That fits the bill. So yeah. What's up, Nimix? Good to see you, buddy. Alright, so this is going to be another confusing stream. I know last time I played this game on stream was like 10 months ago, but you know what? I love it. It's a fun one. I can't play its sequel because all the color puzzles really get to me and they're non-stop, whereas this game, it's only like one that's a problem. I'm going to play through Fear Effect again. We're going to have some fun with it. So it's going to be very confusing, especially whenever I die, because it's the same death animation, like game over thing that I use for the end of my stream, so confusion will abound for a short period of time, no doubt. Let's get RetroArch up. There we go. Perfect. All right. Such a nostalgic demo, you know, the opening sound, love it. Too bad, you know, hopefully the PlayStation 5 brings it back or something.
Death. The thing we fear most. But my only fear was what would happen if I remained alive. So I ran. I knew my father would try to stop me, and I knew others would come for me. Others whose only desire was money. But my longing was stronger. I wanted salvation.
Oh no!
Of all the sensations, pain is the purest, without ambiguity. You feel it?
Driving to work for a meeting with all the remote employees.
Pain.
You're flying in from all over. Hopefully it's good news and not bad news. Hopefully it's a good meeting, not a bad meeting.
The world. I had learned the truth, so I ran. The noise of the funeral didn't mask my...
We want to fire you all, but we want to fly you in for all across the country first to do that. One of my last jobs actually did that. They flew in people from Florida and Texas, South Texas, up to Erie to basically say, hey, you guys are out of a job. We're like, wow, okay. You could have just called. Yeah, yearly meeting, that's good. Yeah, just about. They almost threatened to not reimburse him for the flight. They're like, well, can you pay for like the hotel or anything? They're like, you sent us up here. Yeah, it'd be like, please stop crying in your macaroni. This is the best thing we can order at the Cheesecake Factory. Just please stop crying in it. You're making a scene. But yeah, Ronnie, definitely that pretty much happened when West started to go under. They called people up and had the same problem. Like, can you pay for like a part of the hotel or a flight? They're like, no. You can go to hell. Pew pew pew. Love it. Okay, sounds are set for stereo, that's good. Of course, I've already gone through and set the settings up. So this looks really nice and pretty. A lot prettier, and also loads faster. I found that you can do 4 times the CD speed. The PlayStation disk drive or CD speed was 2 times drive. 2x. You set the 4. If you put the 6, then the game gets kind of glitchy. Yeah, well, they're supposedly doing the Fear Effect Reinvented. And they keep saying, like, it's not vaporware, we promise. We're working on it. Here's some artwork, here's some You know, pre-render stuff we're working on. It's like, well, we need to see gameplay. We're working on it.
Mercenaries were
It's like
coming
it's been
from
2 years. We're working on it.
Disappearance by a man, a betrayer who worked for my father. I had become a commodity that would be redeemed for cash.
So I remember they were working on Fear Effect 3.
Reliable.
Yeah? How do you know?
And that was for PlayStation 2 and they got cancelled, and then who knows what happened with that.
An angle, but I'd say he's a friend.
When you're talking about this kind of money, you can lose friends in a hurry. And once we find the girl, we are talking about this kind of money, right, Hana?
Wei Ming Lam is the daughter of the most powerful triad leader in Hong Kong. Don't worry.
And it seems with Fear Effect Reinvented, they just literally
Lam will pay us handsomely to get her back.
straight up redoing the game.
Dead as well.
Like, just slightly better graphics, but it's not like Resident Evil 2 where they went through and changed mechanics and stuff. It looks just to be like, well, instead of just static backgrounds, we're now rendering stuff in 3D. That's it.
I've got 11 o'clock straight up.
Jin said he'd be on the pad.
So much for Jin being reliable.
I'll go find him.
Also, this is the first game that did cell shading. It does. Yeah, it's kind of funny because I've heard people complaining online already, like, it's just using assets from Resident Evil 2. I'm like, well, no kidding. They're not going to throw everything out and say, hey, you guys doing Resident Evil 3 for us. It's a different studio contracted through Capcom. They're not going to say, you guys started off all on your own. They're going to say, no, here's our engine we developed, here's the lighting stuff, here's the zombie models, here's everything. You can change it. And then people are complaining like about Jill. They're like, she's not wearing a miniskirt and tube top like the original. It's like, did you watch the trailer all the way? Because they said you get that costume for free. Oh, never mind. Let's see, I need to change one thing here. That is... I think it's the perspective correcting. Nope, still messed up. Just have to turn off all the vertex caching stuff, I guess. There we go, now it's lined up correctly. Yeah, exactly. Resident Evil 3 used assets from Resident Evil 2. It's how they were able to crap it out in like 9 months. And I say crap it out endearingly because 3 is my favorite game of the Resident Evil series, so... But yeah, it's like... It's not a surprise, and people are just trying to find things to complain about instead of being happy the game's coming out in April. Nobody was expecting that. I mean, even I was thinking, like, fall next year, right around the PlayStation 5 launch, you know? And that's the other thing, too, I've heard, like, with 3 getting remade today, getting announced officially. Yes, you are nothing, my friends are nothing. We are all worthless viewers. Yeah, mine says 0 as well. It's Twitch screwing up. But the thing is also, I've been seeing a lot of hate today on Code Veronica. They're like, it's a terrible game. It controlled terribly. I'm like, it controls just like all the other Resident Evil games. What are you talking about? It's like Code Veronica is a great game. It gets a little bogged down when you get to the Antarctic base. Especially when you start having to deal with poison all the time. But, I mean, the prison island stuff is great. I love it. Yeah, my stuff says 0 viewers too, so who knows. And, alright, hit the wrong button. Oops. That's okay. Relaunch. Yeah, Code Veronica was a lot of fun. So I remember I was up in Minot, North Dakota at the time, and there was, it must have been Software Etc., or maybe EB Games, something along that lines. It was before they all got bought up in the big giant, what is it called? GameStop thing, where everything got bought together and became GameStop all of a sudden. So they had the import version, and I was playing it, and they're like, how are you getting so far? Yeah, because this was like 1999. No, it was around 2000. Yeah, 99, 2000, just about. I can't remember when it was. But It was before we left here. My dad got out of the Air Force. Gosh, I want to say August 2000. I think is when he got out of the Air Force. So Game Store had it on display as a Japanese version. People couldn't figure it out. I was starting to learn Japanese at that time, so I knew a little bit more. I was able to get pretty far. And they're like, "How do you know what to do?" I'm like, "I understand some Japanese." They're like, "No, you don't." I'm like, "Yes, I do. This is asking for 3D, like metal for a 3D printer. We need to go find that, bring it in." Found it, brought it in, got farther. Like, oh crap! So I really liked it. I was really, really waiting for the American version to come out, and I enjoyed it immensely. Shooting a bird? Not yet. Not even flipping a bird. I do love the reaction, though. This is one of my favorite cutscenes to look at. Ooh. Just that look she has on her face. It's just like... That cracks me up every time. I don't know why they chose that for her facial animation. In case you didn't see it. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not wasting any bullet ammo on that. You're crazy, Hana. And swipey swipe. Yeah, so this game did a lot of firsts for the PlayStation, and it's such a shame, in my opinion, this got overlooked. You can buy this game on the PlayStation 3 digital if you're in Europe or yeah, actually, it's in Europe only. You can't buy it in the Japanese store, I've seen. Never put it in the North American, because I would have bought a digital copy of this for my PlayStation 3, hands down. Even now, if they said, hey, we have it on the PlayStation 3 store, I would jump on, steal a credit card, get it going. But this is the first game to use cell shading and also constant streaming assets. Because PlayStation games before in the past would load up everything off the disc they needed for the level, and that would be it. Same thing for Resident Evil. And this has constantly streaming assets non-stop, like the Steam and stuff coming out. Soul of the Samurai. That sounds very, very familiar. Because Onimusha was pretty much like the samurai version of Resident Evil. And there should be a fuse. I missed that too many times my first times playing this. Oops, wrong button. Reload, don't want to waste ammo. Break glass. Break glass. Anna. Please. There we go. Alright. There's also another game I remember for PlayStation 2. It was called Way of the Samurai. And that was really kind of cool too. That was like... you had multiple endings, and it depended on who you decided to help, because it played out over like 4 days or something like that. It was accelerated days, so like one game would take maybe like 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah, it was a pretty neat game. I definitely enjoyed it, and I know they made other games of the series. I just never played them. Yeah, but this game to me is always like an unsung, like kind of cult classic that not a lot of people have heard about it, or they have heard of it and just never played it. It has Resident Evil tank controls, which was pretty much a standard for the time, though, so that doesn't really turn me off. I just really wish I could play number 2, but almost every single puzzle in that game is color-based, and it's colors I can't see. Because I remember, like, when it came out in 2000, I think it was? Yeah, I was still up in Minot when it came out, so it must have been early 2000. I had to have my brother, Chris, sit next to me, because he has normal vision. I'm just looking at the same bunch of colors on the screen. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, there's a bunch of different colors, so we had to point up on the screen what each one was for me. The ones I couldn't see, so I could try to solve a puzzle. So he had to literally sit next to me for like 3 days while I played the game nonstop to try to beat it. So, if that gets remade, because lesbians, I really hope that they change the color scheme. Now it's such a shame that that was what his entire marketing ploy was. Like, look, the main character's a lesbian. That's great. It's like, what about the gameplay and everything else and the story? And nope, lesbians. The 90s were a different time. 90s, early 2000s. There's a Xena Warrior Princess survival horror. That is the first time I've ever heard somebody put it that way. I'll take your word on it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're right. But I'm just going to defer to your experience on that. This part always cracks me up too, because you're looking at security footage, and it is like the most dynamic security footage I've ever seen.
Talk, Jin. Who are you waiting for?
Please.
Who are you planning to give this to? Huh, Jin?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wrong answer.
Why do they have a security camera on the floor that can pan?
Clean, Jin.
Because I remember there was a Xena Warrior Princess game. I think it was Xbox? Okay, so I don't have the locker key just yet. Is there a fast turn? I know there's a fast turn in this game. There it is. What does L2 do? It's fast save just because it screws something up. Okay, so L2 does nothing. There's PC, PlayStation 1, and 64. Okay, I just couldn't remember what it was for. It's been too long. Pardon me. Okay, here we go. So yeah, so I'm like trying to think of different games I want to play on stream because unfortunately it's looking like I'm probably not going to be able to get back to Bayonetta 2 before I have my back operation at this point. It's just like it's really making me angry that I can't get that done because I know I'm not going to be able to play the game, especially while I'm recovering from back fusion. So it's just like, so I'm trying to think like what other games I can play. So Fear Effect, I know I did it like 10 months ago or so, but I'm playing it again because I just love this game. Let's see what else I have here. Of course, Death Stranding I'm going to finish. I do that every other one there. Thinking maybe Sailor Moon games that could be fun. Might pick up an RPG if it's interesting or high action. Always open to suggestions too. Tekken 7, I definitely want to do a stream of that if I can get the money to buy Leroy, which is like $7, but I don't have any money, so yeah, I'll have to figure that out. But when I do, if I can get my hands on Leroy, I will definitely be streaming him. He looks, you know, having learned Wing Chun as my last martial art, I'm definitely playing that character. Let's see, pissed off the guy working at Pink Gorilla, drove to Seattle from Tacoma, picking up a copy of GoldenEye N64, telling my friend, wow, hidden gem! Definitely. Now, you should have gone the, make sure one that Kelsey was there, she was there, and then also make sure to say, this is a rare hidden gem. I don't think a lot of people ever heard of this. I think it's called Golnalden Eye. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, or Golden Eye. I'm not sure, but very obscure game. Very people have ever heard of it here, but it's very cool. Apparently you play as James Pond, and you are a Canadian Secret Service agent running around to shoot people. Let's ask my friend Reggie, what do you think? And then have your friend go, yeah, I didn't do any research on this. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty good. Yeah, it's a game. You go, okay, great. And then do the same thing for Mario and every other common game you can get your hands on. I would be kicked out of there so fast. So, Ronnie, if I ever go out to Tacoma, Washington, up to Seattle, go along that way, so you're with me for whatever reason, we're hitting it up, we're doing that full bit. Be prepared. Sometime in the future, Jackassery will continue. You know what? I don't even need to do... I got quick saves. Yeah, I haven't gotten in a fight with Reggie in a while, so he hasn't been on his channel, so... I unsubscribed from a lot of crappy, like, YouTubers who just get crap wrong constantly and stuff, and Metal Jesus Rocks is the only one that I stay subscribed to just to see what he says, because I find it absolutely hilarious. I mean, it's just like, I have no qualms against what he's doing, but when you take games that are common knowledge, that I could probably show my mom and she'll go, I remember that game, it's not a hidden gem. If you're going to do something, do the 2 to 3 minutes it's going to take your research. It's not hard either. They are. It was a Southern Sega Gentleman actually follows me on Twitch. Wow, that is a lot of re-records. But I know you're going to be getting a lot higher on your project dynamics, so that's huge. But the Southern Sega Gentleman, I think it is. I'm drawing a blank on his name. The SSGA is what he's normally referred to. He was telling me, like, he put a tweet saying that he went through and unfollowed like 20 different YouTubers for different reasons, and I'm like, I can understand why. My personal favorite why I went through and unfollowed a lot of people was just misinformation or just clickbait titles. It's just like, come on. Yeah, GameSack is still entertaining. SSG, of course, he's an awesome dude. I've talked to him a couple times privately. He's really awesome. Mastercast TV, I know you're friends with Andrew himself, but he's pretty awesome as well. He doesn't care at all. He's like, I'm just gonna tell you to it straight. If it's good or it's garbage, and if it's garbage, you will know. That's honesty I appreciate. Genovi is another good one. He talks really fast, and then the reason why I asked why he talks fast is he told me he is an auctioneer by trade. That's his day job. I'm like, okay, cool, but you gotta slow it down. He's like, I am talking slow. I'm like, go slower. It's like, he's like, okay, cool. Larry Bundy kind of gets on my nerves because he does intentionally throw in wrong information every now and then, and he does it he thinks it's funny. It's like, dude, just don't. And then I'm trying to think, Daniel Iverson of Snopes Game Room is also interesting too with his stuff he does. He does like a whole bunch of different things, like either like the history of a game, or kick scammers, like bad Kickstarter stuff that it turns out to be scams and other things, and I find him interesting too. That's pretty much it I can think for like retro gamings I think that I have on my list. Alright, so that's the fuse box I'm gonna need. Yeah, speaking of GoldenEye, I actually did one on GoldenEye not too long ago. Any keys? Gate key, locker key. I need to go back to the locker, and I have the fuse too. Haha. Yeah, he hasn't done anything, has he? I mean, I think he had like family stuff come up. I mean, you know him better than I do because I don't really know him other than just watching on YouTube. But I've seen you like message back and forth with him before in the past. Need to go back down the hill, put in the fuse. I'm forgetting to do things. Ah, that sucks. I knew something was going up with him with the family, but I never like messaged or asked because it's not my place to do so. Like, hi, I'm just some random weirdo American and friend of a guy you know. Can you tell me what's going on with your life? No. And sometimes people just, YouTube is just a hobby. It's kind of like what I do right now. I occasionally put up videos. If the urge strikes me to do a little project or something, I'm not fancy with it. And it's just mostly a stream archive at this point, really. I really wanted to get more into, like, anime preservation, because I actually have, like, 2 really rare movies that have not been seen and really, really hard to find. but YouTube just keeps automatically blocking me from uploading. They're like, nope, this violates your terms of service. Well, what did it? Can't tell you. There's no way to appeal it. It's like, well, can you tell me why? Because I have the Japanese version of the same thing on here. Can you tell me why the English version's blocked? Nope. It's like, okay. Yes, wish random American weirdos would message you. Well, they could, T. Wallace. They could. It's usually through whispers here, advertising spam on Twitch, but what's up? Good to see you. As always. See, still. Pow! Oh, you should have instant killed. Boo. And then I have a friend, Metavan AJ's down in Australia. He's trying to get into YouTube, and he's done a couple different reviews which have been entertaining, but he's copying a style of a reviewer called Thor High Heels or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. Thor something, like high boots or high heels or something like that. And that's like, okay, if you want to be inspired by that person, but you need to like not be a clone of them and break off and do your own thing, find your own voice. And he seems to slowly be going that direction, which is what he really needs to do. It's probably just like the atmosphere, T. Wallace. You know, it's kind of like grungy. Actually, a lot of people say not Ghost in the Shell, but let me make sure my dodge button. L2 is dodge, okay. But Blade Runner is usually what this makes these people think of this. And just for the heck of it. Alright, thanks for watching the stream. I'll catch you guys next time, and so that's what's going to really confuse people here watching this end of my stream, where I have this going on. It's where I took all the game over screens from this game and all the discs and put them together, so I expected people to get confused by this quite often. 6 days a week. Ooh. Hopefully you're getting paid well for it, T. Wallace. I mean, hopefully you're getting some kind of overtime or something. Thanks to my dyslexia, Ronnie, I read that as you're watching Porn Center. I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm not judging you. Sports Center for a while. Haven't seen any new videos in a long time. Or is it, no, or is it Port Center? I don't know. We were supposed to be on vacation. They changed that, had to work instead. Ugh. Oh no, yeah, that's one of the problems with working salaries. You are a slave, a wage slave. Red key card. Go in here, and we need to get the gun. That's one of the things I turned down for Walmart before they, yeah, Porn Center. There might be some kind of a hub of porn, if you will. No, but that's one of the reasons why, like, before I got blacklisted at Walmart for working them, because I almost got a assistant manager fired because she deserved it. They wanted to put me in the assistant manager program for a while, and that is like literally you're working 14 to 15 hours a day and you're not making a whole lot. You're making maybe like $45,000 a year and you don't get overtime. It's like, screw that. That's the problem with Walmart. I mean, store managers make around, depending on where you're at, of course, you know, the amount of money will change. But you're usually, as an assistant manager for Walmart, you're making maybe $45,000. When I worked back at electronics as department manager, I was one of the highest paid per hour employees that they had. Because basically Walmart has a sliding scale for what department you're in, is how much you're going to make. So if you are a... Yeah, so T-Walls, you know exactly what I'm talking about referencing. So yeah, it's So then you're going through, so you like if you're a door greeter or cart pusher, you are the lowest on the rung. You are making the barely above minimum wage on average. And then it goes up cashiers a little bit above that, and then it just goes higher and higher. And electronics was a specialty, so we were like the top rung for the store for what we had. Fun story, I actually flipped off one of my assistant managers when I worked for Walmart. But, surprisingly, he didn't fire me. I was like, okay, whatever, cool. So, he earned my respect that way. It was like, he knew I was already overworked, and he asked me to do some of the crazy stuff, and just like flipped him the bird, turned around side. I'm like, ah, jeez. But this guy was like a type of guy who could sneak up on you wearing tap shoes. I mean, he was just like, it was freaky how he could do that. He was like silent. And then he was at one store, and then I left for a couple of years, moved back to New Hampshire with my then girlfriend, and I got a job at Walmart, like it was in Plymouth, New Hampshire, which was like about maybe 45 minutes from where I used to work. And he was an assistant manager there, and he remembered me. Of course, he remembered me, naturally. And I'm like, Fred, I've been dying for years to ask you. I'm like, how is it that you can sneak up on anybody like wearing tap shoes and no one can hear you? He's like, well, it's a little something I learned. I'm like, well, where did you learn? He's like, I was in the Air Force. I'm like, were you spec op? He's like, yeah. He's like, I was in, services. I'm like, okay, that explains it. The inventory sucks. Wow, that's a rare emulation. Check this out. Yeah, that's emulation problem, but yeah, inventory is a long process, which I did not enjoy. Holidays is just terrible, especially leading up to Christmas. Let's see here. What else was a pain in the butt at Walmart? Yeah, inventory was just nonstop, but back when like I was department manager and stuff, they actually finally gave it to me at one store. I had the ability to print off truck lists, so I could actually give to like my overnights, like the stock things, like to check it off the nightly truck list and put stuff away. And they're like, well, assistant manager is supposed to have the ability to do this. I'm like, well, I need it more than you guys. I don't need to keep dragging you down to track off and print off my lists or my emails from the stars from home office, so just give me the damn thing I need. Alright, so this game, like I said, I mentioned with Fear Effect 2, is that everything is color puzzles in that game. This is the one color puzzle in this game that always murders me because I can't see these normally. So I think I have the pattern memorized. We're gonna find out real quick. Like, Black Friday was always such a pain. I did not enjoy Black Friday. I remember one Black Friday I was up in New Hampshire. I had the game case open behind me. I knew where everything was because I had set it up the night before. I did the whole modular for it. And like people are just yelling at me what game they wanted. I wasn't even looking. I was just reaching behind me and throwing it out because I had like 5 people deep. I was like just chucking games at people. It's like, what do you want? There we go. Alright, let's hope I don't hit Jin and blow up. We'll see.
Start to tick, Jin. Now.
Who are you waiting for?
He's waiting for me.
Get her!
Wait, Anna! Don't leave me! Don't let this kill me!
Come at me, bro. Okay, good. Nobody died.
This was supposed to be a
Well,
standard
the right
grab
people
and hold,
died,
Jin.
not
What
Jin.
the hell happened?
Yeah, Lamb must have had me watched. He knows I'm tight for credit. You can turn this off, huh?
The C4 is hardwired. I pull the blasting caps, you and I are misting the walls.
Then don't do that. You alone?
Glass is with me. Deke's at the hotel. This is a lot of trouble for one little runaway, Jin.
It's the first time Wei Ming's ever been outside the Lamb's compound. She's all alone in the big bad world, ripe for the taking.
There are 3 leads between each delay. Probably neutral, ground, and hot. So, outside the triad, who knows Weiming's gone?
No one, Hannah, except for you. Which is worth
15% of 90 million, and you're in no position to negotiate.
I love that they use like 4 blocks of C4. 1 will do the job, 4 is just overkill.
No guarantees. You know me better than that, Jin. Looks like I'll need to cut 2 of 3 wires between each delay without interrupting the circuit.
And if you cut the wrong aisles?
Wrong wires or wrong order, and boom. Or I could just say screw the money and leave you here.
I'll cut my fee. 12%. 10%, huh? Hannah, please. You owe me.
Not after this, I don't. Damn it.
What? What is it, Hannah?
The timer, it just started.
How much is it saying?
Not a lot. Now shut up, Jin. I gotta think.
Okay.
Also, thinking of like things I want to stream, Sakura Wars or Sakura Taisen, which is a Sega Saturn game, which I own. Like, oddly enough, I collect everything for it, so I have all the Sega Saturn games for it. That has an English patch, which should be coming out. They said like it's coming December. They actually posted out on the one of the translators posted up a tweet about it the other day. When in December, I don't know, but before the end of the year, so I might stream that as well. It's an RPG, but it's like a tactical RPG, kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics, where you have a grid and you need to move through and fight that way. So I will definitely probably be streaming that whenever that drops. Oh, I almost had it from memory. Okay, so let's try this again. Not yellow. Why didn't it take it on blue?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, what's causing us? It's not yellow. I tried that already. To go for red, it instantly blows up. Unfortunately, I have to brute force this because I can't see the colors. Maybe I was doing the wrong one first. Let's see, because I was thinking... Yeah, because that still leaves it open. I see. Okay, I was doing it wrong. Top, bottom... There we go.
This could come in handy.
About my fee, Hannah, I was under a lot of stress. Explosive makes me nervous, eh?
Give me the package, Jin.
I made a flash disk with all your info on Weiming, including a good place to start looking for her. I locked it in the control panel near the neon sign before that jerk laid into me.
And the key?
With a jerk.
Alright, I'm going for the disc. You'd better go under and go deep.
Yeah, you know, for a moment there, I thought I was a dead man.
I love this game so much. It's so much fun. There's something about like trial and error games like this too. I just find enjoyable. It's kind of games like, you know, of course, this Out of This World is such a freaking classic. There was another one. Something about Darkness was on PlayStation. Heart of Darkness, that's what it was. That game gets like friggin' impossible near the end. That's another kind of style type of these games I really enjoyed. Here it is. Explosivo. Runaway-o. Oh boy. No, it's... Okay, Glass is where you have problem with this. Yeah, so like, oh man, you run into a gauntlet of bad guys here. Shouldn't with Hana. There will be 2 guys at the top of the stairs.
Huh?
I thought there's 2 guys. Guess not. Yeah, so retail I am very happy to be out of. I did like when I was working for Walmart and I was, you know, department manager electronics. That's where I had the most fun because I got paid to be a nerd for all the things I knew. That was fun. It's about black and white and having a previous girlfriend have 37 experiences? Or is it like the hidden ending where you get shot in the end? The original ending of the film. Clerks. I just love this game entirely, especially the dialogue, and it's so much fun. Oh, that's right. I was thinking ahead. I was thinking like this is the part where I get confronted by the girl's father. Les Dante Moore Randall. Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, hope everybody has this memorized. This is a puzzle. I think I'm about to run into boss fight. Yep. Be better equipped for this. Doesn't always work. Remember the last time I played this game, it didn't work for me, but that's fun. Ooh, pulled pork tacos. I love pulled pork. Unfortunately, my stomach just doesn't handle it anymore, which makes me real sad, because I love that stuff. Same thing for, like, stews and all that good stuff. My stomach just gets way too upset. It's like I ate a box of rocks or something. So enjoy your tacos, by all means.
I don't think so.
Alright. First one was this. Then that was that.
Come on, Hana, hurry it up. What the?
Is the audio balance good, by the way? I know this game can be kind of over the place. You guys are usually pretty good about telling me if it's off or anything. Climb, Deke. Not Deke, Glass. I think you're Glass. Gosh. Getting things mixed up already. Yeah. You should see my parents. They pretty much have to wear bibs now when they eat. No, it just seems like you just get less of that skill, unfortunately. Maybe your hand's trying to subconsciously help you diet. That's the way I look at it myself. Like, well, I didn't need to eat that bite of food. Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, like, when you have weight loss surgery, they warn you, one, your taste buds are going to change, and mine completely did. So my favorite thing was, like, I used to hate whiskey with a passion, but now I absolutely love it, and I can tell you everything that's in it. It's crazy, I don't know why. But also sometimes they tell you that your stomach might become sensitive to certain things. Like, I can't eat almonds, pancakes, or waffles, like, usually it's other hard nuts, too. Peanuts are okay, but harder nuts like pecans definitely are no-go. Almonds as well. And unfortunately, like, pulled pork or brisket, basically, like, good barbecue stuff you can make, or even, like, stew meats. Like, even if you, like, you know, pressure cook it or cook it for, like, 4 hours, get it really tender, my stomach doesn't handle it well. It's not like upset stomach, it's like it's upset stomach with like physical pain. It feels like it just hurts a lot until it moves out of my stomach in like 40 minutes or so. Cashews are tolerable. My stomach will actually make like kind of like growling sounds at me, like when it's trying to digest it, but it doesn't hurt. So unfortunately I can't eat that stuff anymore, which really bums me out, because I used to love, like, every year before I had my weight loss surgery, I used to go and get myself a big giant pork shoulder, pork butt, and I'd smoke that for like 14, 15 hours, you know, and just like pulled pork. It was great. Loved it. I can't do that because I can't eat it anymore. And one, I don't have the stomach to process 14 pounds of pork butt. You know, nobody in my family does, really. Okay, there should be a pipe around here. There it is. Especially because, like, I used to make a pretty good... It wasn't, like, instant, too. It's, like, kind of, like, over time. Like, the almonds and pecans were, like, pretty much instant. Because I used to snack on almonds up to my weight loss surgery, and then afterwards I just couldn't eat it as well. Yes, early menopause. Pretty much, kind of, somewhat. It's just like one of those things that my stomach just can't handle anymore, which is a bummer. So my mom would make like Swiss steak. I can't have that either because it's the same type of chuff meat. It's like, come on. Why did I let go? Oh, this is a pain in the butt. Thank you. It's like, please die. It's very easy to die there. Chicken fried steak, like cube steak, I have not had in years. It might. I try to avoid cube steak entirely, but so it's kind of like an unknown. But if it's like tough, it's a possibility I might not be able to eat it. Yeah, cube steak is just like, I don't know why it exists, really. It's got some flavor, but it's just so tough and chewy. And like, I have like a needler, which is kind of like a tenderizer. It's got like all these like steaks going through it, which is really good for, like, I use that when I make fajitas to help get the marinade deeper in. But it's like, I would just have to hit the hell out of that thing with it constantly, just like the point where it's even more destroyed. But yeah, country gravy is like one of those things that's like stupidly easy to make when people don't understand that. It's literally butter, flour, and milk or heavy cream. You just add pepper and salt, you're done. It's like, bam. Pardon me. Homemade sausages and biscuits? Oh yeah. This is the dialogue scene I'm thinking of. I love this part.
My name is Mr. Lamb. You've made 2 mistakes. First, I have enough resources to find my daughter without uninvited assistance. And second, you should have killed me by now.
Just have the Code's like, yeah, it's like, you know, I'm gonna risk you shooting me in the face just so I can monologue at you. But yes, lots of things are improved with country gravy. I would wholeheartedly agree with you, T. Willis. Too soon. Culinary glue. It's culinary glue and cement all in one. It's delicious. It's like sausage and gravy. So ridiculously simple. Fry up a pound of sausage like you have Jimmy Dean stuff. You get in the tube, like in the Chub. Fry it all up. Don't grain the grease at all. And you sprinkle in like a third. Actually, I say probably about, depending between a fourth and a third of a cup of flour. Or gluten-free flour. If you're like in my family, you have to make it gluten-free, so your mom don't die in shit blood. Sprinkle that over the top of the meat. Stir it all in. Let it cook out to flour taste so it gets all nice and crispy and crunchy. It's good. Then just literally dump in like 2 cups of milk. Or if you're like me and be real decadent and extra fat, like 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of heavy cream. Just let that simmer down, reduce a little bit. All that, you know, flour on the sausage there is going to thicken everything wonderfully. I use a lot of pepper because I have a lot of pepper in mine. I've been known to throw in red pepper and some salt. You're good to go. Serve it on top of some good homemade buttermilk biscuits, and you're good. Actually, the stuff my mom and I like a whole lot is, let's see, Pillsbury. It's a specific brand we buy. It's like $5-6 a bag, but it is like really good stuff. It's Pillsbury's best multi-purpose gluten-free flour blend. It's quite the mouthful, but that is the stuff. It's like a whole bunch of different stuff. It's got rice flour, potato starch, pea fiber, tapioca, and xanthan gum. So it's like a whole mixture of all these different types of gluten-free stuff into one, and it's pretty much the closest to flour I've been able to find. Like, I can make cookies with it. You can make chocolate chip cookies with this stuff, and they taste identical to flour. And this isn't like a, you think it's identical, but it's not, but it's like, it's straight off. You can't tell the difference. It's really good for baking. Cooking is still a little bit weird, because it just, like, gluten-free baking just absorbs everything. Yeah, that is by far the best stuff. I mean, we will go out of our way to buy it. And then we finally got our hands on some Swerve the other day, which is like a sugar replacement. And it's pretty decent. I mean, I used to use stevia, which is like kind of a weird bitter aftertaste to it. But yeah, Swerve is really good. I enjoy that, but it is like $7 for 12 ounces for like a little bag. It's like, it's not something you buy very often. Wrong way, dude. The glass. Dude, are you not going to, like... Have you tried aiming at the things we need you to? Agave nectar is not bad, but like I said, basically, like, my mom's diabetic on top of being a celiac, so it's, like, extra hard to cook. She's not full-blown, like, out of control. Like, I have an uncle who's out of control. So she can tolerate some sugar. Like, I'll put in like 1 or 2 meals, not a whole lot, but just like a little bit for what I need to do. Like if I make Alfredo, like chicken Alfredo or shrimp Alfredo, in order, like I throw cream cheese in mine that basically help cheat it and make it a little extra creamy, which is not a bad way to do it, but you need to put in sugar to counteract the bitterness from the cream cheese. So for that, it's like a tablespoon or so, and you spread it out there along the entire thing. It's not a problem, doesn't spike her blood sugar. But when you start using other things like with that, it doesn't quite work out. Like stevia just makes it bitter. It's really weird. Trying to think of the other stuff. Splenda is also another weird thing that doesn't bake or go out well. Agave blend is like, agave nectar is not bad. It's a decent honey replacement that I found. But yeah, Swerve is like top shelf for me. That's like not bad at all. It still has like a little, it's still got that kind of funky taste for pure sugar, but it does decent. There we go. Not the cleanest one, but it worked. So the few times that my mom's out of the house, like, and we know she's not going to be there for a meal or not going to be eating at all like that, like, that's when it's like, we have, like, flour days, is like gluten days. That's where I'll make something, like, with pure flour and everything else, because she's not going to be there to eat it. No worry about her getting sick. So last time that happened, I made, gosh, what was it? I made real fried chicken, so that was pretty good. And then the other time I did that as well, I made straight off, I've done tortellini, I've done, gosh, that was I made a shrimp Alfredo with like actual Alfredo, so like gluten-free noodles. So yeah, I have fun with it. It's amazing how much better things are with flour, with the actual ingredient. I don't think there's an exit over here. No, it's back to this door. Yeah, maple syrup is pretty good. Crazy enough, it's one of those things where depending on how close you are to the source, it can be dirt cheap. For example, if you live in New Hampshire or Maine, it's where they make it. You can buy a huge bottle of it for like about $7 or $8, I'd say usually. Whereas if you go further out west, you're looking at like for a large bottle of this stuff. You usually find like small little pints of it for like $10-15. But I mean, back in New Hampshire, that's like a $4 bottle because it's all made up there. One of my neighbors runs back in New Hampshire on the mountain I lived on. Actually had his Fuller's maple syrup. He had a maple syrup business, so like we would just get stuff like basically for free almost. And whenever my brother comes for Christmas or Thanksgiving, we usually have a requirement of bring us a bottle of maple syrup because it costs him almost nothing. We pay him back for it, of course, but it's almost nothing. Why does he hold that arm like that? I don't know, just to be cool. So he can like flick his gun at you like pow pow, because you gotta flick and throw the bullets at somebody. You can't just shoot, you gotta throw it at him, make it look cool. Alright, this is the part of the game I don't like. I'm about to walk into a huge ambush. Rifle ammo, but I do not have a rifle. Alright, so now I'm going to leave you in suspense here. Unfortunately, I need to hit the restroom real quick. I will be right back. Let's put on some more of the disco we had going. Just a second here. Here we go. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Wrong one there. Gotta type a quick reply, sorry. Alright, sorry about that, having to hammer out a reply into the microphone just about, but alright, here we go. So, Nimix, if you're still around, I'm not sure if you are, because I know you said you had to go to bed early tonight. I was thinking, because you told me you had like around 167,000 re-records on the task you're working on right now. I'm thinking if I remember where you're at right now at the moment, I'm thinking you might hit possibly maybe even close to the upper limit, like the double the maximum re-records you were thinking about earlier that we discussed. And I know like everyone's like, what are you talking about? But we're, talking about things that aren't really public. Vague terms there. He'll know what I'm talking about, but I'm thinking he might hit double what his original goal was. Alright, so let's save state for sure. This part just aggravates me to no end. What happened to my guns? Yeah, it's just nonsense part where they just throw a bunch of people at you. And apparently the game glitched and decided to take away my guns. So, yay! That's the first time I've seen that happen. It's missing shots on people. I need every single shot they hit. Wonder if I can bait him back over here. Nope. And it doesn't keep the ammo drop. They despawned. Okay, that's a problem. And he's not hitting anybody. This is like the most frustrating part, because I've thought about really seriously thinking about speedrunning this game. This is what talks me out of it every single freaking time. It's like, nah, this nonsense. And not hitting anybody. See if I can do that again. Nope. All right. Don't know what the hell that was. get the damn ammo, fuckers! I picked up the ammo! God damn it, I hate this part. Missing shots. Don't know why it's doing that. It's like it's bobbling with the gunfire. Okay. I have a feeling, though, that those guys are going to have something that I'm going to need. I'm not remembering what it is right now. Nope, looks like I could do it. Okay. So now a whole lot of ammo. Which is fine, because you don't have a lot of ammo here anyway, but...
My men inform me that this disk Jin left for you is encrypted. You will give me the code.
I don't have it. Jin played me. He never told me about a code.
Then take it. It's yours. You've paid for it with your life. Our business here is done. You may shoot.
With pleasure.
Come on.
Anno, stop shooting the wall.
That's my girl.
Get in! Thank you.
Go, go, go!
Head for the hotel. We'll need to warn Deke. There's a shitstorm coming.
Excuse me, Mr. DeCourt. This package arrived for you.
Cheers. So, were you both in?
Getting hold of Wei Ming first may be the only way we get out of China alive.
Look, Glass, I signed on this gig for one reason, right? The money.
We'll still get it. But Wei Ming is our bargaining chip with Mr. Lamb and the Triad for our lives now. That means we find her first, find her fast, and drop anyone who tries to stop us.
Well, that's something then. Right, I'm in. I guess we'll need this.
A decryption spike? Here.
Where'd you get it? Some bloke named Robocop? Covered in blood.
Only those deemed worthy will be spared. If Wei Ming is not back among us on the 17th at midnight, we will fail, our fortunes will fail, and our sacrifice will be meaningless. The Fungan cannot allow this to happen. Wei Ming must be found.
Wei Ming's at the center of some big plans for Lamb, eh?
Ever hear of this group, the Fungans?
No, but many Chinese aristocrats belong to shadow societies unknown to outsiders.
After Wei Ming ran away, Mr. Lamb found a correspondence that she had with a Madame Shen. Wei Ming may be trying to reach her now, and I believe you know where you can find Madame Shen. Hana?
Madame Chen?
Someone from my past.
Is Jin right? Do you know where she is?
Up the Huxic River.
Did you used to be a prostitute?
Madame Chen has a restaurant there.
Too right. Now we know why this gin packer brought this deal to you then, Henny. You got a bleeding inside track. Looks like our odds of getting paid just got better, eh?
We're gonna splash!
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, look at that 90s water. Just like the real thing. Surprised they were able to render it that well. Alright, disc 2. Alright, we've made it to disc 2. Good progress. Resume, resume. See if this works. Success! Oh, avert your eyes, everybody. Hold on a second here. Save. Okay, cool. Still running as disc 2 automatically. Last night I tried to do this with, gosh, what game was that? What was I playing last night? Fox Hunt. And it wouldn't switch over to the right one, so I need to set up the options for this real fast. It looks like it already carried it over. It's nice. Four times loading speed, we all good. 9 out of 11, you're getting there. That's good. I mean, you're almost done, so hang in there. Because I believe you told me you have the deadline for the end of this month, so come on up quick, but you'll get there. If you're on 9 out of 11, you're doing great. You'll pass it. I don't have any doubts that you won't pass it.
That's a long shower, eh?
She has a lot to wash off.
Hey, Glass, look. Look!
Hana, get up here now.
What? What is it?
Shanzi?
No, it's just a fishing village.
What a bleeding mess.
You know more than you've told us, Hana. Why is this runaway so important?
There. Hey, that's her!
I'll be damned. Hana, secure the boat and get dressed. Deke, you're with me. This chase has just become a hunt.
Too bloody right.
So I'm thinking that's probably one of the things I'm going to have to start studying for after I get my back fusion done is I need to get A+ certs, A+ certification, pain in the butt. I mean, pretty much everyone requires it, even though if you just came out of school for it, they're still like, well, we want to have that A+ cert. Yeah. And probably do the same thing, the CompTIA for security as well. It's a lot of stuff to go over, unfortunately, as you know. On top of trying to do other things you're trying to do as well.
That wasn't very neighborly of you there, mate.
You have no idea what you are up against.
How you find this funny, then? How's this for a punchline? Looks like you've had a rough night, eh, mate?
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Wait! Wei Ming, wait!
Oh no. Oh. Keep forgetting about things about this game. Then I remember them and I'm like, oh lord, here we go. Okay, no problem. Weird. On your last message, I know you're not here. It unmodded you for whatever reason, just for that message to look like. It's like, okay. None of your icons popped up. The wonders of Twitch glitches. You wonder why they keep happening. Okay, I thought this guy had a key for this room. I guess not. Alright. Game, please focus on people I need to murder. Alright.
I don't think so.
Thanks, game. It's like, nah, we want you to get hacked.
You must wash off the blood. It is the blood that drove them mad. The blood that makes them demons.
What caused this?
I just said the blood. Were you not listening?
Yesterday, a boy was fishing by himself and fell on the rocks. His leg was cut, and he would have bled to death had he not been found by a young woman, a stranger.
Weiming?
She was covered in his blood when she brought him back to the village. We were, of course, grateful and gathered to meet her. That is when the madness began. I tried to run for the train.
Train?
Yes. A military train comes once a week to secure rations of rice from our granary. It is still there now, but the soldiers are afraid of the demons. They shoot anyone who gets near. All because of this girl, Weiming.
Do you know where I can find her?
No, but I know where she belongs. Hell!
Well, you're not wrong. I mean...
Wait! Lights out!
Everybody's favorite part's coming right up here. What should I do? Oh no! That's not the right thing. It's super effective.
Hello, Hannah, dear.
Not too long, Deke. I've killed men for much less.
Yeah, right. Sorry. So, what you got, eh?
Military supply train, probably loaded with weapons.
Well, I'd better have a closer look then. At the train, that is. Hey, Hannah, what is it?
Chinese superstition. They're offerings, gifts for the dead. When you burn these, whatever they represent is transported to them while they're waiting in hell to be judged. I've never seen paper figures used before.
You know, that bloke was burning these paper lads before I popped them.
I'll check out the locomotive. Meet me there.
Right, boss fella.
Wait! Wait! Ayo!
I love the shot pistols are just so incredibly strong. Punchy punch. All right. So you may notice that I've been doing in-game like memory card saves as well as doing quick saves. The reason why is every once in a while I might screw something up or the game might crash or whatever. It's good to have just a backup just in case. So if like the quick save didn't take, I have at least, you know, the memory card save and vice versa. Ever find a fuse? I don't think I have the fuse on me, because I know it's going to be a puzzle. Or maybe it's inside the box. Right now I'm about to hit a boss fight, so... Yeah, I don't think I can use the access panel just yet.
Nope.
Okay, so I'm going to worry about the ladder lock puzzle. Now this fight always cracks me up because I've read stuff online and strategies about like how to fight this guy. And everyone's always like, you want to roll around the room like crazy, and you know, just before you, you know, just roll around and hopefully you don't die. And yeah, so I actually pulled up a 2 different walkthroughs to see what they say. He attacks you, you don't have to go at it, just let's see, hides boxes, so you should crouch, attack. When he does shoot, just keep dodging and rolling around the room like crazy, and hopefully you can kill him before you die. Which is funny, because there's actually, I guess no one spotted for a lot of years that there's actually a safe spot in the back right of the room where you're hidden behind boxes, you can't get shot from that position. So it's like you can stand there and wait until like he's done spraying the gunfire, then roll out, shoot him, and roll back in. But it's like almost every single walkthrough I've seen, I guess they never saw it there, and they're just thinking like, well, you just gotta brute force it and hope you don't die. Cracks me up. Actually, I think I want to do shot pistols for this one. Like, right now where I'm standing, he can't hit me, so... Yep. Hit too low. Targeted the wrong thing. Yeah, so shot pistols seem to be pretty good for this. Let's do a new quick save. Yeah, a little greedy there. Okay, still the same pattern. And one more hit he should be done for. Nope, okay. One more hit he'll be done for. There we go. Alright, and what's this bad boy? The assault. Alright, here we go. No, not the alarm. Power. Alright, which one is it here? So... Oh, that's right, I need to unlock it first, so I need to do power... I think it's like lock... Yeah, ladder is like lock 3? I think I get to lower. I don't know why, but like first time I played this game, like that puzzle just baffled the hell out of me. I was like, oh wait, what do I do? It's like, how's this working? Pretty straightforward, because at first you look at it and you're thinking like, I gotta do like all this weird complex things, and it's like, no, you don't. You have to like span all the way across and follow wires and stuff, you just gotta think it through. This part can get a little aggravating, because you actually fall off the ledge pretty easily. So you start getting into a gunfight. Or if you're walking too fast, that can happen too, I've had that happen.
We Ming belongs to us.
That's okay, not a problem. Just make sure you start the fire in the fireplace. That's very important. Less questions from law enforcement and firefighters, especially judges too. Yeah, so I'm thinking at the rate that you're burning through those re-records, I'm thinking you'll probably hit maybe 3 or 4 is what I'm thinking at this rate. Easily, probably. So if you're on the levels where I'm thinking at, like for what you're doing, I'm thinking you might easily hit that. Yes, you're on round 4 and you're at 168,000. So it's like I'm thinking you might hit 4, maybe even higher. I mean, it's gonna be crazy already from the things that I already know about it, and that I've seen like a few parts here and there. So it's like, especially how you're doing it is the best way to do it, really. You know, to optimize it the way you want, because you're like pulling out your hair before. This is definitely helping you out a lot with that Lua script, but it's like I'm thinking you might set a record for a re-record. If there is such a thing, but it definitely was worth your time to take like the 2 days to write it up. You know, let alone that you have that skill to do that, it, you know, really helps. Like, for me, I have no idea how to do that stuff, so that is definitely a benefit for you. Yeah, I think you're gonna probably eclipse that.
What in the hell was that?
Easily.
Burn that fast.
At this rate.
You don't work for my father.
Well, especially when I see like a task that's like really fast, crazy stuff going on, and it's like 1,000 re-records. I'm like, how? It's like all the stuff you're doing, really? That's how many you had to do? Okay. This was like 10 times that.
Help you, Mr. Grass, but I cannot. My father has sheltered me from the truth my whole life. Finally, I have a chance to change my destiny by reaching Madame Chen. And no one, not my father or you, will interfere with that.
Sorry, little girl, but you're coming with me. And I can be very persuasive.
I never wanted this to happen. I didn't know that blood was the catalyst. I was just trying to help. I'm not evil, Mr. Glass, but I've learned that I have the power to release it in others. Uncontrolled and unconfined evil.
Of course, start the cutscene unequipped. That's like one of the crummy things this game definitely does to you is like, okay, here's a cutscene, your guns aren't equipped, have fun with that. Itchy ear. Okay, went the wrong way, so I'm thinking I might have to go into the hut. Let's kill these guys first and see if it gives me any weapons. Nope. Keep getting dumb patterns just like from the RNG load, or is it just how it just needs to be optimized? Okay, I just have to murder them out on people.
What have I gotten into?
Murdered the Erdler. Okay, no problem. It'd be fun to see.
Wait! Wait out!
Every time? Yeah, I usually don't use Firefox a whole lot. I used to, but then it became such a memory hog. I mean, like, I had memory leaks and everything else and just took up everything. And then Chrome was faster. I just kind of stuck with that for a while, though Firefox is not too bad now, but I just like the things I can do with Firefox I can't do with, I can do with Chrome that I can't do in Firefox. Like, for certain things, I sometimes need to actually enable Flash, where they're like, oh, Flash is a major security hole. Well, they keep patching it so it's not. But yeah, it's like, you know, Firefox is like, nope, we can't let you do that. We're not letting you do it. It's for your own safety. It's like, well, what if I want to be stupid and I know what I'm doing? So let me do it. So Chrome gives me like that super small, brief window of freedom to do what I want. So I still pretty much stick with Chrome for the moment. Okay, I need to go. Lady, help me out! Yeah, this is where I need to go. I was like, wait a minute, I'm going the entirely wrong way. And I was. Thanks, random soldier. I don't think that key gets me into anything else. Holman key. Nope. Gosh, I don't know what it is. My ear is just itching like crazy. It's like, okay, there's nothing there.
No.
Well, I guess I was going the right way at first. Okay, let's go down this way, see what we run into. Alright, nothing! Absolutely nothing! thinking, like, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be going back through the village. Well, maybe I have to. I mean, sometimes this game is just like, well, kill a bunch of people, then you'll get, like, one of them will drop a key at the last second. Like, okay. We'll see. Unfortunately, with, like, the heart racing the way it is, like, in that red zone, it's like I am literally one hit away from death. This game has a fluctuating health bar. Okay, Simon key, okay. Yay, got the right key. Certain pattern repeats, just got it again. Now, the difference is finding out if the drops change to your favor. That is the question. Cool. Well, it took 2 days. Well, at least it's like it was automated from the script you wrote versus like you have to spend Lord knows how long the other way you're doing it. Let's take a look. Suspense can't wait. So that's what you're looking for then, is like basically that, you know, what you just sent, like the last picture. Because I see the one that was sent like about 7 minutes ago versus the one that was sent about 1 minute ago. Actually, it looks about the same. Except for... oh, it's about the same just about, but yeah. Uno momento, por favor. ¿Qué me necesitabas, por favor? Please remain seated. Okay, that one's different. So that was the one thing you just had to try to get and you finally got it, so you can just do like, okay, now I have what I need to do. Yeah, the first time it was the same photo twice. But the one you just sent is different, so like you just explained there that one thing you were looking for, that one piece of the puzzle that fell into place that you were looking for. And people are like lurking, like, what are they talking about? What is happening? Mysteries. Things that will make sense whenever the thing happens. At the place, in the location, that might be the mystery by the whatchamacallit. Or the thingamajig. But it'll be in that area that you know. By that area, in the place. Oh. Now Discord's glitching up. We'll see what happens here. It's saying like, hey, you have unread messages, and I'm looking at them like, no, I don't. I'm looking at it right now. It's like, sure, you still have them. It's like, no, I'm still looking at them. Mark is read. Okay, there we go. So that was the missing one. That instead of the duplicate, that was the one that was missing. Okay. Alright, back to the stream. Back to killing zombies. Zombinos. So I looked up the speedrun for this. I saw that there's one runner for it, and guys like, it has to be in hard mode only. Why? Why does it have to be hard mode only? Okay, it's one amazingly deaf guard. Why are you not dead? Perspective, where's the gun? Thank you. I want more bullets. Just another assault rifle? What? Yeah, nothing here.
Lights out!
Oh, I got the train key. I didn't notice that. I'm like, what was the purpose of coming here? Train key. Got it. Alright, man. Have a good meeting tomorrow. Catch you next time. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming tomorrow or not. I'd like to. Feeling pretty decent despite my back in the snow. We're having lake effect snow, so we might get up to... Well, we have about 2 inches already, so we might get up to about 6 or 7 inches. We'll see what happens. Alright, have a good one. If only I knew how to drive a train, and why are there no windows for me to see? Please deliver the foreign weapon shipment to the boss before tomorrow evening to see your 8 grand. Alright, so this is one of those lovely things where you have a code in the text. Alright, so for and I remember this one is tricky because it's actually an N right there. It's capitalized in the middle, so that's also significant. To the boss, then B4, number 4, the number 2, meaning 2C, and then 8 grand, which is 8,000, 8000. That should do it for this. Get it up here. Okay. For N. To then B. Okay. Or 2 to C. And this one's 8,000. Don't need this up anymore. Put away my notepad. And it'd be faster to go this way.
Just what I've always wanted, eh? A train filled with weapons. Brilliant.
Any sign of Glass?
Not yet. But he's a big boy, eh? I'll take care of this.
Stormtrooper aim!
You get this train rolling.
Why are they taking more shots than usual?
Anna! The bridge is out! The bridge!
Oh, shit.
You gotta run like crazy. It's like Bridge over the River Kwai. Without Alex Guinness.
My bleeding train. It's probably worth more than this wee bird we're after, eh? And it's all in the drink.
It might still be useful, Deke. Watch him, hun. I'm gonna have a look.
Wait, are you?
Really use a rifle. There we go. It's a game. Don't you mess with me now.
Wait.
My toe! My toe!
Wait, Mayok! Wait, Mayok!
50,000 gunshots to the groin? Yeah, that would do it in. Pretty much kill anybody I can think about.
I do not know how to drive. Take me to Shanxi, Mr. Grass, and once I've seen Madame Chen, I am yours. You can return me to my father and collect your precious money.
What happened here? Who are you?
I'm hoping Madame Chen can help me answer those very questions. Shall we get your friends?
We shall. I think this is disc 3 now. Yeah. Now we start encountering like a lot of puzzles.
This is it? Madame Chen's?
Yeah, I was hoping I'd never see this place again.
Okay, I'll go inside with Wei Ming. Anna, stay here with Deke and cover our back.
I'm coming with you.
Not yet. Just in case Madame Chen recognizes you. And that is a possibility, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you, we have a deal, right?
I would rather be returned to my father in one piece. So once I have seen Madame Chen, I will do as we agreed. You will get your money, Mr. Grass.
Good girl. Let's go.
Hey, what happened back at that village, eh, Hannah? Well, you think there's an answer inside that building?
Inside those walls, there's only pain and despair.
There, that's her.
Yes, child.
I am here to see you, Madame Chen. I am Wei Ming.
You have been expected, child.
And Mr. Glass, I expected you to be dead by now.
It was the slowest punch in the world, it looked like.
Oh, damn it.
At least I left my cell phone, so I can't call my friends and have them come in guns blazing, but no, I'll just use it to save instead. Dude, you're not gonna come at me? There. It's like, please run into the oil. I I need this for the game to proceed. Alright, here we go. Now, I tend to die a lot here. I mean, there's just a lot of quick instant kills, so we'll see how this goes.
I don't like the look of this.
Me neither, love. Check the front. I'll pop around back and have a peek, yeah? Right. This is promise. Better give it a try, then.
Oh, yes, this puzzle. Go one more. I think it's right one, down one is safe. Let's take a look. I heard my phone go off first. I got to stop and look at it and got distracted. Can't wait for the next cycle just to make sure. So I'm thinking right one, down one is still safe. So let's see. No, that will be dead. Okay, so it's right 2, down 1 is safe. There we go. And of course I put the save on the other side instead of right before, so... You know, if you die and you're not using fast saves or, you know, emulator like I'm playing on right now at the moment, then it's a pain in the butt, 'cause you have to keep pouring the oil... You know, do the vase, smash the vase, pour the oil, get the guard, all that. You have to keep doing it over and over if you don't pay attention and do this right the first time. Segata! Is that Sanshiro? Why did that happen? Shotgun! Yeah, I want to dress up like a prostitute. Why does Hannah have all the fun?
What do you want? Working girls only.
Yeah, you could just like pop the shotgun up and blow them away, but still wouldn't open the door, but okay, I'll take it. Not sure the physics behind that, but I'll take it. Hey, Alex, what's up? I've been watching a Bayonetta 2 stream. Sweet! Yeah, I was talking about that a little earlier tonight. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back to doing speedruns of Bayonetta 2 before my spinal fusion. Because I'm still dealing with Elgato. I had to tweet at them today. They're probably, like, at their account saying, like, hey, it's been, like, 5 days. I haven't heard from you guys. I've sent you everything I need. What's going on? So I sent me back a request like, oh, thanks for your patience as we're trying to get this fixed. You know, does it matter if you're using OBS or our software? You're still getting all the pops and clicks and all the hisses and stuff, you know, and try all these different things, like make sure your computer meets the minimum requirements. I'm like, I've been using your product for 3.5 years. Or 3 years, just about. It's like, it's not that problem. So I'm like, no, I use OBS and Elgato Game Capture software. It's still happening on everything. You know, it's as soon as I plugged in your replacements when this happened, it's your bad units, send me another one. So yeah, if I can get another one soon, I'm hoping to, like, before the end of the year, hopefully. I mean, it's all up to how fast I decide to move. I really want to get back to de-rusting and at least get one more run-in before I can't play the game for, like, 6 months, literally. So I want it. I mean, it's killing me not to, but I really want to get back into doing speedruns of Bayonetta 2. Okay, that's where I was. I just did a loop. In other big gaming news, there's two big things, of course, if you haven't seen the news today. I still need to watch the full State of Play. I slept through it this morning. I was pretty tired, but Resident Evil 3 was confirmed, the remake. It's coming out April 3rd, 2020, which is pretty soon. Not too bad for announces. I was expecting it like later, like, you know, winter 2020 or something like that. So that's kind of a surprise to see it so soon. And then the other one is Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming to other platforms, but it's a 1-year exclusivity deal with the PlayStation 4 and Sony. So most likely you're going to see Xbox and PC ports, but it's like March 3rd, 2021 will be the soonest it drops. So I'm like, that's cool, because I like to see the PC versions, because I know by that time I'll definitely have a job and have a new gaming rig, like a flat-out gaming PC. So it's like, I would love to play that on PC itself.
Come on.
What the hell happened, Glass?
They've got her.
The more people can play it, the better, by far. I'm not really a fan of exclusives, but I can understand how they happen. Like with Bayonetta 2, it's like everyone's like, ooh, Bayonetta, the first one, and Vanquish, which are basically the PC ports that came out at 60 frames per second. Like, they're coming to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. That means we're gonna get number 2. I'm like, no, you're not. Nintendo literally put up the money to have that game made. It's like, you will never, I'm not gonna say never ever, but odds of you actually seeing, you know, Bayonetta 2 on a non-Nintendo platform are slim to none. Alright, here we go. type of ammo these guys dropping? Pistol, pistol, it's a pistol. Alright, everybody, get ready. What you came to my stream to see, not subpar gameplay. No, no, no. You came to see this.
I'm home.
Ooh, I'm lonely. So now, here's the kind of crazy thing. You don't want to take out your guns. You take out your guns, or, well, first of all, where you're keeping them, I'm not sure. I'm impressed. Keeping them all in your butt crack like that, apparently. But, yeah, you pull out your gun here, you will die. Just if a guard sees you, because it's like, okay. Carrying weapons, you're not supposed to be. Pow pow. See something. I'm on disc 3 now. Save slot 1. Okay, perfect.
Okay, come in.
It's amazing that all these people working in this Chinese brothel speak English.
You, get back to work.
Yes, sorry.
I always get lost in this place. This always takes me a while to figure out and get through. So I think this one goes into a dead-end locked door? I'm not sure. Yeah, so basically the Elgato, I have the replacement because the first one went completely dead. It wasn't capturing anything for a lot of times. Then I barely got the PlayStation 4 working with it, which is erratic, and then it wouldn't capture sound. Elgato said, like, we'll do a one-time exchange, which was nice. I mean, I had to twist their arm, and it took like 20 literal emails to send to them to get them to do an exchange. But then they did an exchange, one-time exchange, and then the unit I have now, they replaced the broken one, is defective because all the audio pops and clicks and crackles on the line. It's just aggravating. So that's the reason why it's like, I just don't want to do a speedrun at the moment. Alright, no problem. Thanks for dropping by. Always appreciate it. And I should be streaming tomorrow. I just don't know what I'll be playing, but hopefully see you around. Have a good one. So yeah, so the Elgato works. It does video. I still play some games with it, but I just repeatedly warn people. It's like you're going to hear crackling and pops and audio garbage because it's not working right. Door or something hidden over here? No, there's not.
No.
Now quick moves there, Sheila. Hannah? Jeez, nice shoes.
I give her like breast physics here. It's like, really?
All over the place. They've
Yep.
got Wei Ming.
So we get glass and bugger out then, eh?
Negative. We're gonna get Wei Ming first.
This is still business, right, love?
Not anymore, Deke.
Hey, what are you doing?
Wrong room. Sorry.
Come on, out, now!
And we have this lovely TV, which is actually a answer to a puzzle I need to have a coin for. I was in the room before. You put in a coin, choose the poses that you're seeing right now, that unlocks the next part of the game, so... Circle, push, left, right, block, or right, left, and turn. Yeah, I won't remember that. All good. Giving me pistol ammo. Oh. Hey, no D could actually use the pistol. That's interesting. I've always seen him use shot pistols, so... Actually, I think no, it's machine gun ammo is different, so... I'm kind of thinking out loud to myself and thinking through the process. I could have sworn there's something special in here. Maybe with Hannah. Or Hannah. Yeah, I guess I'll start using the pistol pretty soon. But I don't wanna... Okay, I got 2 pistols now. That's worth it, so now I can independently target... Well, not independently, but just target more people. Coin.
Huh?
Weird, wouldn't give me like the instant kill. So it turns red, like see like the green reticle on the top. You know, the crosshairs means that you're aiming at the person if you hadn't figured it out. And red means it's one-shot kill, so you're too close, like you can either like do one gunshot or you can pull out your hand, like your melee weapons and kill them that way. Either way, no matter what you do, it's a one-hit kill. I think this is the room? Yeah, okay. And fortunately, this puzzle is generous. Like, if you screw it up, you don't have to grab another coin or anything. It apparently refunds your money back to you. It's very nice and friendly that way. Sweep. Push, block left, block right. Nope, okay. Fortunately, I don't know exactly which one it is, based upon these very limited pictures. Maybe it's the push first, because you do the sweeping gesture, then push forward. Block left. Lock right. Well, based on their perspective. Push here? Hey! Alright. I was not expecting to get that. I was like, well, I'm gonna brute force this one.
Hello.
Cool. Alright. That didn't happen. You didn't see anything at all. Alright, here we go. This is the boss fight. When you're glass, you actually end up in a boss fight here. Which is like there's the prostitute on the bed, and there's a guy underneath that keeps popping out, so you have to hit the guy, but if you hit the girl one time, you instantly lose. Game over. It's somewhat of a pain, but it's not the worst that I've ever encountered. Alright, here we go. Alright, well, I'm getting pretty darn hungry, and the snow's been kicking my butt, so I think we're going to end it here for now. So I'll play out the usual sequence here, and don't freak out when I end and stream over here, because my, like, streams over screen is all the death screens from this game, so you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. For now, let's bring up this, let's get this quiet. Yeah, there we are. So, of course, as I mentioned here, we've reached the end of the stream, and of course, I do appreciate everybody watching and lurking. You're always welcome to lurk in my stream. So, shoutouts to Alex Love, Nimix, and then we also had T. Wallace came in, and Ronnie as well. So, always cool to see everybody dropping in, and, you know, said you don't have to chat in my stream, but if there is a problem, please let me know. I always like to learn about that and fix it as quickly as possible. Lurkers are always welcomed. So my plan is to be back streaming hopefully tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, just type into Google and it will tell you for wherever you are in the world. Also check me out online at Twitter at Wurzel555. Usually a couple hours, about 2 or 3 hours in advance, I'll post up if I'll be streaming, like what I'll be playing, or if I need to cancel for whatever reason, you can find out there if you feel like coming back and hanging out with me. Next stream, I really want to get back to Death Stranding, but I'm having a lot of fun playing Fear Effect, so I'm not sure what I'll be doing. Either I'll be keep playing this, or I'll be going back to Death Stranding. I'll make up my mind for sure. Probably seems like I'll be going back and finishing up, hopefully, this game. It's kind of a little bit long for me. It's a lot of trial and error. I do enjoy it, but might be able to finish it off. We'll see what happens. I don't think I'm going to be honest. It's a longer game than you expect. It's 4 discs. But that's the plan, at least. So, let's set up a raid for Forgotten VCR. It's kind of a retro. They show movies and all sorts of stuff, but we'll let that rock out here. So thanks for hanging out, and hopefully see you guys next time.